Today, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Week 3's action is our tag team premiere for Chao Racing 2016 as 24 tag teams begin their journey towards the quest to become the next tag team champions of Chao Racing. And so, without further ado, here is the man who loves to see all of his teams ready to battle, your host of Chao Racing 2016, Brandon Shannings! Hey Philadelphia, the city of public love, are you ready for some tag team action? Yes we are! And hello dear fans at home. Welcome to the tag team premiere here on Chao Racing 2016 as we bring you Week 3's action here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is the city of brotherly love. This week, our 24 tag teams will begin their journey towards the quest to become the 2017 Tag Team Champions. Last year, for 2016, it was Walter Quickson and Steel Cutter ChaoEmperor who edged out the Look of the Irish, Steve Wingman and Aaron Shante to win the 2016 Tag Team title. Will they do it again this season? We're about to find out right now, so let's send it down to the field for our first race. Paul, who do we have for our first race? Well, Paul, let's start things off with Frank Fanataro and Chris Nelson versus Michael Garcia and Barry McKenna. And as always, all of our races on Chao Racing 2016 will be held on the Emerald course. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! And we're underway with our tag team premiere here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And there goes Frank Fanataro busting down the line. He has the lead over the Ford Chao right now, and he's going to rest. But he'll still have the lead over the Ford Chao because he's pretty fast. And there we go. He's walking for a snap. As the first superstar guest viewers on the tag team premiere is Michael Garcia. That should move up a couple places because he was in last place for a while. And number 7 is going to rest. And now number 2 is going to rest over the bridges. Right now number 7 is taking the water. As speed bus number 2 will be made by number 2, who really needs some help every now and then, but he's still in last place behind the pack. Right now it is Frank Fanataro who's leading with Chris Nelson for the tag team premiere, as the next people swing made by number 8, who really needs to catching up every now and then. We passed the 1 minute mark, and it was like Chris Nelson was going to rest, but he should still have an easy advantage for his team, as number 7 will get a turn now. Meanwhile, Frank Fanataro is approaching the wall. He should have an easy advantage over Barry McKenna, who is in second place right now. As Michael Garcia takes number 10, that should move up a couple of places because someone was taunting, and right now he's by Chao, Michael Garcia, and the Ford Signature are all coming up the wall. As the next speed swing made by Barry McKenna, who has an easy second place over the pack. But Frank Fanataro should lead Chris Nelson to an easy victory. As number 8 takes the next speed and numbers 1 and 7 are going to rest. Frank Fanataro and Chris Nelson are the first tag team to win on our tag team premiere. Great job! As number 1 will get the next command speed bus. And who will get the next one? It's going to be number 7, Natsu. I think that's going to move up 1 or 2 places with that speed bus. And number 2 just can say, forget about it, I'm going home. As Michael Garcia spent the close on speed bus for the race, even though he was a little disappointed. But it is Frank Fanataro and Chris Nelson who got the win to start on the tag team premiere. That's why we'll be right back more after this. Okay, we're off to a great start. Who do we have next, Paul? Race number 2 will feature the Licenses of Destiny. That is the license to drive Alvin Heenan and RJ Upton, or OJ Upton for short. Today they're taking on the computer whiz, Peter Falls and Casey Bakersfield. Please start the race. Alright, here comes the 2 teams busting down the line. Alright, let's see who will be the winners this time around. As the 4 Chao are checking the food, and it looks like a couple of Chao are going to rest. Right now it is Alvin Heenan who has command on the lead for his team. And who will get the only toss this time around? It's number 2, who was dancing for a while. Right now he's leading number 1 for a battle for 6th place. And number 7 is getting left behind the competition as RJ Upton. And there he goes, flying out now. takes speed bus number 2. And now he is catching up with his partner, the License to Drive, out here. The License of Destiny has a big lead right now, as number 1, who easily has the lead over 4, so watch out with the next command speed bus. And number 8, Transform. Right now it is number 7, who really needs some help. He's going to get a speed bus. Will we get some more? We'll find out soon enough. We passed the 1 minute mark, and Alvin here is leading RJ Upton with style. As the next speed bus we made by Peter Foes, the computer whiz. His team is way behind the competition right now. And down goes number 8. That's going to cause some serious damage. By the way, who will get the next command speed bus? As number 7 is getting left behind, it's number 2. That's the second speed bus on the base. Currently leading over the 4-7 Chao. And a couple of Chao are going to best. As the next speed bus we made by RJ Upton. That's his second speed bus on the base. His team should have the lead if we hold off Casey Bakersfield down the home stretch. As the next speed bus we made by number 8, who easily has the lead over the 4-7 Chao. And number 7 can't just forget about this race. And he taunts one more. As Argentina leads RJ Upton towards the victory for the License to Drive. Licenses of Destiny. As number 1 Spectre crawls out speed bus race, the Licenses of Destiny has done it. They started the 2016 Tag Team season with a win. That's right. We'll be right back. Do not go away. Alright, welcome back. Who do we have next, Paul? Race number 3 will feature the Dazzling Aces. That is John Miller and Fran Harrison taking on Cody Gisbo and Zach Orison. Everyone is on the clock. And please start the bus! Here we go. And which team will get the victory this time? We'll find out soon enough. It looks like Fran Harrison has got control over the lead of 4 Chao and the 2 teams right now. As the 2 teams approaching first upscore, of course, that's the Padres. And John Miller's going to rest. But his team should have the lead over the 2 teams because Fran Harrison is a good runner. And it looks like Fran Harrison is heading for the water. As the first superstar gets speed bus is his partner, John Miller. He should have an easy advantage over Land. Right now, Cody gets both ready. A couple of speed buses to get back in this one. And this is the first of them. Try and hold on numbers 1 and 2 in a hurry. And right now, it is Fran Harrison who is leading for the Dazzling Aces at the current moment. As we head back into Cody Gisbo, and he moves up a couple of places. Right now, it looks like Zach Orison really needs to catch up to do. Can he make the pass from Fran Harrison? We'll find out soon enough. Back to Cody Gisbo. He continues to catch up with the crowd. And right now, numbers 1, 2, and 8 are getting left behind in the crowd. These 4 Chao really needed some help, and I mean now. But back to Cody Gisbo again. He continues to get all the speed bus. Fran Harrison is catching up, but Zach Orison's right on his tail as we head back into Cody Gisbo again. He's still getting all the speed bus. And right now, numbers 2 and 8 are getting left behind as John Miller gets to number 2. That's his second speed bus of the race, and his team should have an easy advantage over Cody and Zach. And who will get the next command speed bus? It is Zach Orison. But that's going to be not enough to catch up to the Dazzling Aces. His team is going to win this one. And they win it! Fran Harrison came in first place, so Dazzling Aces got the victory. And Zach Orison expected to close this one out with back-to-back speed bus. So the Dazzling Aces are your winners. That's right, congratulations to them. Coming up, we have more exciting action for you, but first have a look at this. Alright, we had a great time so far this week. So who do we have next, Paul? Race number 4 will feature the Gundam Star Master Gary Dayton and the Hollow Ching Master F.R. Kingsley, taking on the son of the License to Drive, Alvin Heenan Jr. and Chris Menacos. Please start the race. And there goes Gary Dayton busting down the line. By the way, he is our defending senior champion, but he wants another shot to get his chance to become world champion this year. Last year he lost the playoffs, but he did win the senior championship. Now he wants a world championship title shot. We'll find out soon enough. He has a humongous lead for his team right now, as number 1 will win the opening toss this time around. And he flying down the aisle. Number 8 is also joining along. as speed bus number 2 will be made by number 2, who's way behind in the competition right now, and Garrett Dayton's quarterback. But he'll still have the lead as F1 Kingsway guards him with all his might. We're passing the 1 minute mark as we head back into number 1. He gets to number 10, and number 7 is getting last place. And this time number 1 goes for consecutive. He continues to dominate over the 4-steward Chao. Meanwhile, Garrett Dayton continues to dominate over the 8 Chao. His team is in the lead at the current moment, as the next viewers will be made by number 8. That's the more possible. So number 8 will have command of the lead over the 4-steward Chao. And who will get the next command speed bus? It's number 7. He desperately needs some catching up every now and then. Right now it is Garrett Dayton trying to wrap up the race from Chris Vinagos for his team. As we head back into number 7, and look at that. He's expected to move up to the lead over the 4-steward Chao because the other steward Chao are going west. And as number 1 takes the next speed bus, you can do the Gangnam Style. Garrett Dayton holds on Chris Vinagos for the victory. So Garrett Dayton and F1 Kingsway are the winners of this race. Congratulations to them, as number 2 closes off the speed bus for the race. So Garrett Dayton and F1 Kingsway on the point on the board. That's right, we'll be right back with more after we find out about this. Welcome back to our tag team premiere. Tell us who we have next. Race number 5 will feature Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick against Steven Robinson and Gary Coles. Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick won the tag team title in 2014. Now they're running for the 2nd title in the last 4 years. Let's see if they can make it happen. Good luck to these 2 teams, and let's rock this place! And it looks like Steven Robinson's quarterback, so he will be left behind in the crowd. And it looks like Nick Gimmick's quarterback. So it's going to be Jason Hill and Gary Coles who will have the opening edge. But which one will really have the opening edge? Jason Hill is dancing. That means Gary Coles will have command of the lead, as number 7 just barely gets the speed bus in time as he gets the opening toss. So he is in third place of the pack. Right now, Steven Robinson is going to get a lot of catching up to do, and some Silver Chao are heading for the water as Steven Robinson takes speed bus number 2. Now catching up to Nick Gimmick, these 2 Chao are battling for 2 life. Right now it is Jason Hill with a solid 2nd place on the pack. And Jason Hill pauses for more as the next speed bus will be made by number 7. That's the 2nd time in the last 3 speed bus that number 7 has got it. Right now it is Gary Coles who has a commanding lead over Jason Hill, who was a 2-time world champion 2014 and 2015. And number 1 will get the next turn. That should move on 1 or 2 places at a time. And someone is pausing. And it looks like Jason Hill is scoring the best. Now again, number 1 some moving up to do, as the next speed bus will be made by Steven Robinson. That's his 2nd speed bus of the race. Now in battling with number 7 for 2nd place. And back up my front, Gary Coles still having a great time in his tag team premiere, as Nick Gimmick with the next command speed bus. I think it's going to skyrocket to 2nd place on the pack. And Steven Robinson is going to rest. Jason Hill is right on his tail as number 7 will get another turn, and Nick Gimmick's going to rest. But he shouldn't drop all the way back to last place. Should drop to only 6th place. And number 8 will get the next command speed bus. And this race is just about wrapped up. According to my calculations, Gary Coles wins. So Steven Robinson and Gary Coles are your winning team for this race. As number 7 will get the next command speed bus. He beats out Jason Hill for 2nd place. Jason Hill will want him in 3rd place. And number 1 will close on the speed bus of the one race. So Steven Robinson and Gary Coles are your winners. That's right, we're almost at halftime. We'll be right back with the Scholarship Buddies after this. Do not go away. Alright, Paul, tell us who we have for race number 6. Race number 6 is a halfway point, and it will feature the Scholarship Buddies, Larry Monroe and newcomer Graham Murray, taking on newcomers Corey Sanchester and Adrian Lugetta. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, here they come, busting down the line. These 2 teams looking for their first win in the 2016 tag team season. And it looks like Glenn Murray scored the best. So he's going to have a lot of catching up to do after his snap. And there goes Adrian Legetta with Larry Monroe right on his tail in second place. And who will get the winning cars this time? It's number 7, as number 2 is going west. Right on numbers 1, they are both getting left behind. And number 8 is going west. So number 1 will leave number 8 in the dust, as number 8 will get the next command speed west, as number 1 is going west. Alright, it is Adrian Legetta who is leading by Larry Monroe by a short distance over the pack, as the next speed west will be made by Corey Sanchester, who currently sits in 6th place for the pack. Right now, number 8 is way behind. But guess who really is way behind? It's number 1. But back to Corey Sanchester, still hanging on to 6th place on the pack. Meanwhile, it is Glenn Murray assisting Larry Monroe in 2nd and 3rd place, as Corey Sanchester gets a 3rd consecutive speed bus. I think it's going to move up to 4th place. 1 or 2 places for that speed bus. And who will get the next command speed bus? It is number 1, who really needs some help. And back up in front, Adrian Legetta going west. That means Larry Monroe will be catching up to do, as Glenn Murray, his partner, will have the next command speed bus. These 3 are heading down the home stretch. Who do you think will gain the upper hand? It looks like Adrian Legetta is going to hold on for the victory, as number 7 will have the next command speed bus, and he regains control of the lead over the 4 still at Chao. And numbers 1 and 8 are going west, as Adrian Legetta holds up Glenn Murray to seal the victory. He gives Corey Sanchester his best win, as number 8 spent to close out the first half with the last speed bus. And that's going to do it for the first half. So, we'll be coming back for the second half of our tag team premiere after this short break. So don't touch that remote. Welcome back to the second half of our tag team premiere. Who do we have next, Paul? Race number 7 will feature the Bobby Mater, Bobby K, and his partner Christopher Walker, taking on the 2014 Rising Stars champion Steve Moore and his partner Gary Coles, who is the runner-up in last year's season. Everyone is on clock, and please start the race. Here we go. And there goes Christopher Walker and Steve Moore busting down the line. Which one of them will have control? It's going to be Christopher Walker who has control, because Steve Moore is dancing. So Christopher Walker will have the upper hand for his team, but Steve Moore is rapidly catching up to him, as the first superstar gets people to saw in the second half is the Bobby Mater, Bobby K, who's taking over land. Right now it is number 2, who's way behind in the competition right now. I don't think he'll get any help right now and then. And it looks like number 1 is going west, as next people is made by number 8, who easily has to leave on the 4-0 Chao. And right now it's Christopher Walker taking on Steve Moore and his partner Gary Coles and Hurry, as the next people is made by number 1, who really needs some catching up every now and then. Right now Bobby K is having a good time. I think his team is going to win this one, don't you think? Anyway, back to number 1. He holds on number 2 for 6th place. And right now it is number 7, who's way behind in the competition right now. As the next speed bus will be made by the Bobby Mater, Bobby K. That's his second speed bus of the race. Going to 4th place. And I think his team is going to win this one if he can hold off Steve Moore in a hurry. Christopher Walker currently leads Steve Moore by a short distance, as number 1 gets to number 10. That's his first speed bus of the race, as he easily holds off the crowd. Down goes number 2. That's going to cost us damage. And these 3 are closing in on each other, as Bobby Mater gets his first speed bus, and his team is going to win it right over there. Christopher Walker and Bobby Mater, Bobby K is your winning team for this race. As number 8 will get the next command speed bus, and number 2 and 7 can't forget about this race, as we have just enough time for one more speed bus of this race, and it will be made by Gary Coles, who is a little disappointed there. So Bobby K and Christopher Walker are your winners this time. That's right, and we're back with the Young High Gangsters after we find out about this. And welcome back to our show. Who do we have next, Paul? Race number 8 will feature the Young Hearted Gangsters. That is Charles Sung Watson and Joey Atkinson, taking on Dallas Damaso Garano and his partner Jeff Nowitz, who led to both of these teams on a quest for victory. And let's rock this place! Alright, here comes the 2 teams busting down the line. It is the Young Honda Gangsters of Charles Watson and Joey Atkinson against the all-musical team of Dallas the Master Gavano and Jam Navis. Which one of them will come up on top, we'll find out soon enough. And it looks like Charles Watson's going to rest, and Jam Navis will have command on the lead, as Dallas the Master Gavano wins the opening toss this time around. Cody is in second place on the pack. But now it is number 8 and number 7 who are both getting left behind. These two Chao are going to take the water, as Speedwest number 2 will be made by number 2, who is way behind in the competition right now. Right now it is Charles Watson who is in second place. Jeb Nellis is in the lead at the current moment, as the next Speedwest will be made by number 8, who really who's catching up with the pack. He currently leads with a 4-0 Chao, and number 1's getting tailgate here. And number 2 gets a number 10. Trying to hold on number 1 in a hurry. Number 1 really needs some help. He's getting left behind in the crowd here, folks. But back to number 2. Yeah, that's his best people of the race. Right now it is Jeff Nevis trying to hold on Charles Watson for the victory. Can he hold on Charles Watson for the victory, or will Charles Watson make the pass? We'll find out soon enough. Back to number 2. That Speedwest makes it 4 in this race, and now he has to lead over the 4-0 Chao. Right now, number 1 is still way behind on the pack, and a couple of Chao going to rest. And number 1 gets some help, so he's going to move up a couple, and he's going to rest. So now he will retain last place. He's back in last place as the next Speedwest will be made by number 7, who's going to wind up in 6th place, as Charles Watson passes Jeff Navis for the victory. So the Young Honda Gangsters get the victory tonight, as Joey Atkinson, celebrating the win, gets the last Speedwest of the race. The Young Honda Gangsters have done it here, folks. Great job. Coming up, we have the Dynamite of Destruction and the Coastal Guards. But first, have a look at this. So still to come, we have Baltimore Creighton and Aaron Miller, our defending champion, look to begin the quest for repeat when they take on the runner-up, the Luck of the Irish. But first, let's head on to race number 9. That's right, and it will feature Dynamite of Destruction, featuring the male fusionists Chao Pickles and the Jersey Devil John Stevenson. Today, they'll be taking on the Coastal Guards, Amir Jackson and Thomas Linklater. If the players are lined up and ready to go, everyone's on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, this race is underway, and these 4 Chao are really going to have a great time. But only one of those teams will get the win this week. We'll find out soon enough who will get the victory this time. And it looks like Chao because it's dancing. And it looks like Amir Jackson will have command on the lead for the Coastal Guards. As the ever popular male fusionist, Chao Pickles wins the winning toss of this race. And number 1 was scored Wes, and he is way behind in the competition right now, as number 2 will get Speedbus number 2 of this race, trying to hold on number 8 for 6th place. Right now, Amir Jackson should have the lead for his team, as number 8 will get the next command, and down goes someone. That's going to cost us serious damage. Anyway, Thomas Linklater is way behind in the competition, but his team should celebrate the win if they hold off the other team. And the Jersey Devil John Stevenson gets the next Speedbus as we pass the 1-minute mark. Right now, it is the Coastal Guards who has a commanding lead with Amir Jackson, as number 8 gets to number 10, trying to hold off the lead or force of a Chao. Right now, Thomas Linklater is going to need some help, and he gets some help. His team should have the win if they hold off the Dynamite of Destruction. Amir Jackson better watch out, he has some company. As the next Speedbus will be made by number 2. That was a great Speedbus right there. And Amir Jackson scored West, which means John Stevenson will have command of the lead, as the next Speedbus will be made by Thomas Linklater. That's his 2nd Speedbus of the race. And I think his team is going to win this one, because Amir Jackson has the lead on the home stretch. As Thomas Linklater gets back-to-back Speedbus, his team's going to get the win right over here. The Coastal Guards beat the Dynamite of Destruction. They get the win, and we have just enough time for one more Speedbus on this race. You'll may mind Chao Pickles a little disappointed now. The Coastal Guards have beat the Dynamite of Destruction. That's right, and we'll be right back with a rematch of the 2015 Tag Team Championship after we find out about this. Alright, who do we have next, Paul? And this is very interesting. That's right, race number 10 will feature the Days brothers, Tommy and Kenny, against the Miller Traders, Howard and Dave. So this will be a rematch of the 2015 Tag Team Championship, in which the Days brothers edged out the Miller Traders to become that year's Tag Team Champions. So let's see who will be the lucky winners tonight. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! Here we go with this exciting rematch from the 2015 Tag Team Championship. And Tommy Days is flying down the aisles. There he goes, busting down the line. By now, he's want to get a second title for their career. They last done it in 2015, and now they're ready for another shot. As Tommy Days gets unexpectedly gets the opening toss. Wow, and he should have a commanding lead to start things off. By now, number 2 really needs some help. And he crosses one more. As speed race number 2 will be made by number 7. And there he goes, flying down the aisle. By now, it is K Days, who's having a great time in the race. As number 2 gets some help. As we pass the 1 minute mark. By now, it is Tommy Days who has a commanding lead over the pack. As number 2 gets back-to-back speed-bus, but he's still way behind in the competition. Meanwhile, Hal Miller is safe for second, and Dave Miller's battling Kenny Days for third. As the next speed-bus will be made by number 1, who's leaving the yellow silver Chao in the dust. By now, number 2 is going to need a couple more speed-bus to get back in this one, and that's one of them. But he is still way behind the competition. And Tommy Days wrapped this up for the Days brothers. They're going to beat the Manila Traders again. The Days brothers get the victory as number 2 gets another speedbus, but that was a pity. He's going to be left behind on the crowd. And we have just enough time for one more speedbus of this race, and it will be made by Dave Miller on the Miller Traders, who is a little sad of a loss. So the Days brothers are beginning their quest for the second title. That's right, congratulations to them, and we'll be back with more after the break. Alright, Paul, just 2 races left in our tag team premiere. That's right, the next race will feature the Go-Getters, Antonio Bennett and Chris Schneider, taking on Eric Crosby and Aaron Holmes. Last year, the Go-Getters failed once again to make the title shot, but they still managed to finish in third place behind Eric Crosby and Aaron Holmes. So let's see what happens this season. Please start the race! Alright, here comes last year's third and 4th place teams. They participated in the 3rd place match last year, in which of course the Go-Getters beat Eric Crosby and Aaron Holmes. This year they're going to have a rematch to start off their tag team premiere. And right now it is Chris Schneider who is in the lead right now. And it looks like he's going to head for the water, along with his partner, the next generation superstar, Antonio Bennett. Look out, Eric Crosby is joining along, as Aaron Holmes wins the winning toss. He's also heading for the water. Right now it is numbers 1 and 8 who are really getting left behind. Which one of them will get speed bus number 2? It's number 1, as number 7 passes for a moment. Number 1 gets some help. Right now it is number 2 who has a commanding wing over the 4 Silver Chao. As the next speed bus will be made by number 8, who's leaving number 7 in the dust, battling number 1 for 6th place. Right now, number 7 is going to need a couple of speed busts to get back in this one. And this is the first of them. And number 1 pauses for more, so he'll be left behind the pack. Meanwhile, Antonio Bennett is in the lead. He's going to rest, but he'll still have a commanding lead over the 4 Chao at the current moment. As we head back into number 7. He easily holds on number 1 for dear life. Right now, number 1 really needs help, but I don't think he'll get any speed busts every now and then. He's going to hit the wall first. As the next speed will be made by Eric Crosby. He's currently in 3rd place behind the pack. Let's see what happens here. Who will get the next speed bus? As number 8 gets the next speed bus, Antonio Bennett holds up Eric Crosby for the victory. Eric Crosby is a fast swimmer, but Antonio Bennett hung on by plenty of distance. So the Go-Getters have beaten Eric Crosby and Aaron Holmes. As number 7 sprinted to close out the speed bus for the race. Alright, this leads us to the main event. The rematch between our defending champion and one of them is coming up. right after we see this. So don't touch the remote. We'll be right back. Okay, it's time for the main event of our tag team premiere. So here's Paul Sycamore. That's right, it will be a rematch of this past year's tag team championship between our champions Walter Grigson and the Steel Cutter ChaoEmperor against the Look at the Average, Iron's Fabulous Boy Steve Wingman, and Van Juan Shante. And this week's main event is presented by Taco Bell. Whether you like it mild, hot, or fire sauce, everything tastes better with Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Alright, here we go with week 3's main event. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! And it looks like Walter Grigson's going west, so he will be left behind in the crowd. And it looks like Steve Wingman's going west. Right now it is Aaron Miller and Van Juan Shante who will be battling for the lead over the Chao. And Aaron Miller's going west. Now give number 8 command of the lead. As the first superstar guest speakers on this week's main event presented by Taco Bell is Van Juan Shante as he heads for the water. He is heading for the water along with the other 3 superstars. These 2 teams are battling furiously in the water, as number 1 will take speed versus number 2, battling with number 2 for dear life. Right now, number 2 is in dead meat here, as the next person will be made by Steve Wingman, Iron's Fabulous Warrior from the Look at the Irish. The Look at the Irish was one up behind Walter Grigson and Aaron Miller, who are in the lead right now as we pass the 1 minute mark. And who will get the next command speed bus? It's going to be number 8, who easily leads the other Silver Chow in the dust. And that was a good speed bus right now. Right now, numbers 1 to 7, both all really need some help. But who really got the next command of the speed bus? It is Walter Grigson. He is one half our defending tag team champion, and he is our defending world champion. That should be very interesting. Anyway, next person we may by number 7, who's catching up with number 8 for 5th place, and number 2 Taunts. So he's going to be left behind the pack. And who will get the next command? It's going to be Steve Wingman as his second speed bus of the race. But I don't think he's going to catch up to Walter Grigson and Aaron Miller in a hurry. Yep, these 2 are gone. As number 7 takes his second speed bus, Walter Grigson and Aaron Miller are your first tag team of the month. They beat the Luck of the Irish and now the beginning of quest for repeat towards their 2nd consecutive title. As number 7 expected to close out week 3's action with back-to-back speed bus. So Walter Grigson and Aaron Miller got the first win of the road to repeat, and we are back to wrap it all up after this. So we're just about done for our tag team premiere here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Next week we'll bring you more exciting action. Plus we have exciting Tournament of Champions qualifying sessions, where we have 4 countries from the month of March. They are France, Korea, South Africa, and Switzerland. And we'll be bringing you these championship races via satellite from our space satellite up in outer space. So be sure to tune in next week for our March Tournament of Champions qualifying, in addition to our main 12 races here on Chao Racing USA. Well, that's it for our tag team premiere. Congratulations to Walter Grigson and Aaron Miller on becoming the first tag team of the month. Let's hope the road to repeat will be a swell one. We'll be back next week for more exciting action. Until then, this is Spanish Shine signing off from the city of Buffalo, New York. Keep on smiling and so long, everybody! This is Paul Sycamore signing off. Join us next week for the March Championship Tournament qualifying and more exciting races here in the USA on Chao Racing 2016. See you then!